Hey guys, Kiki from Eat More to Weigh Less. I'm going to touch on a topic today that we have tried to stay silent on for like the last year, and that's basically what is EM2WL's official stance on intermittent fasting, um, paleo, low carb, things like that. Like basically different types of diets and lifestyles that a lot of people are already doing before they come to EM2WL, or they try to do during EM2WL or afterwards, and they just kind of want to know what are our opinions, what's our stance. And it's a gray area of EM2WL, right? And it is for a reason. We've left it that way because with EM2WL, we are really not trying to focus on nitpicking all the little things, on whether or not you're eating 100% clean, if you are eating dairy or not, how many times a day you're eating, and all these different controversial issues, because EM2WL, quite frankly, is controversial enough. I mean, we have enough problems just trying to get the concept of you don't need to starve yourself to lose weight across to people. So we are not trying to add on other unnecessary requirements. So we purposely only have specific areas of the concepts mentioned, because the rest of them really aren't that important. You know, whether or not you want to eat 4 to 5 times a day or 2 to 3 times a day, that's up to you. It's how many times you personally can handle eating. There's enough information out there to try to convince you to go one way or the other in your eating and what to eliminate and all those things, that we really don't dive into that area, because to us it's really not important. There are some things that just aren't important. Intermittent fasting, for instance. I personally don't fast. There are some EM2WL family members who do. I look at it like, if there's a guy who's coming to EM2WL who is used to eating huge meals, fitting in breakfast isn't really part of his lifestyle or something like that, guy or girl, but typically guys are used to larger meals than women are, so the little mini meal thing doesn't really do much for them. If that fits your lifestyle, go for it. If you are a person, which we get a large majority of people that are coming into EM2WL are coming from a eating disorder standpoint. So if you are coming from an anorexic or bulimic or, severely under eating, it's going to be really hard for you to eat super large meals at first. So that's why you will notice, like in the starter kit, for instance, when we give some guidelines, we do say to, try spacing your meals a little bit closer together so that you can fit in all of the calories, which that is the most important thing to us. We want you to fit in enough food into your day. So for a person that may have an eating disorder, it may be hard for them to eat meals that large all at once, and B, the fasting can cause binging. So when we have those scenarios, you will hear us definitely tell you to try to break your meals up. Some people aren't hungry right away when they first start eating more, so they are worried that they can't get in the calories. So if you eat your meals closer together, you typically can train your body to be hungrier sooner. So once you get on that schedule, it helps you to actually be able to get the calories in. If you are coming from a standpoint where you're already eating too much and you're coming into EM2WL, then maybe, IF is for you, because you can hold off, if you're already pretty much used to not having breakfast and you like the larger meals, you can have meals that are more like what you are used to and still be able to reduce the amount that you're eating. But the majority of our members don't really have that issue up front. So if it's something that they decide to switch to later, then, whatever. If it works for you, go for it. I don't necessarily recommend it for bulking because, again, you're trying to fit in a surplus of calories. So, in that sense, IF probably wouldn't even work because you would be trying to eat way too much in one sitting, unless, like I said, you are used to that much food. I personally can't eat that much in one sitting, so I have to break mine up into mini type meals in order to eat enough, especially protein. I'm not a big meat protein eater, so it's really hard for me to eat large amounts of protein in one sitting. But if you can eat large amounts of protein in one sitting, if you can get in all of your macros doing the fasting techniques, however you decide to do it, whether you're doing lean gains or, some other method, then whatever floats your boat, really. I mean, it's not that serious that we have to make a rule about it, So that's why the point is for it to adapt to your lifestyle. If there are things that you are already doing, if you are diabetic and you cannot handle large amounts of carbs, then sure, you probably want to stay on the lower end of your carbs, but you can still eat more. If you know that you are lactose intolerant, and the paleo type lifestyle works better for you with, or something with no dairy or something like that, that's fine. There's no you can eat this, you can eat that, because pretty much, I mean, if you can fit the things that you want to fit into your macronutrient ratios, you'll probably end up fine. Most of the time, if you're hitting your protein, you're good. So that's not really something that we're trying to lay down strict, hard rules on, because we are not your parents. We do not want you to start doing something that you cannot finish. So if you love carbs, it's probably not the best idea for you to go low carb because you can't stick to it. If you have, a certain type of function in your body that gets disturbed when you have grains or wheat or something like that, then sure, maybe you need to be wheat free or gluten free or whatever it is. It's your life. We are not trying to tell you how to live it. We just want you to know that you can live it. And so our main purpose is for you to take your life back. So if you have been on the crazy diets and you cannot keep them up, then you do not have to keep them up. You can continue to move forward and you can add real foods back to your diet again. So unless you have some type of health reason for removing things from your diet, as in your doctor has told you not to, you are allergic to it, or you have found that you are sensitive to certain things. Unless that is you, then you do not need to remove anything from your diet. The point is just figuring out how to eat in a way that you will eat for the rest of your life. It's not a diet, so we're not going to give you unrealistic goals or anything. We purposely left that a gray area. But we get so many questions asking that I felt that we should probably go ahead and discuss it. So I hope that helps somebody, even though our answer is we don't have an answer. It's your life, it's your lifestyle and your diet. So we will eat the way that we eat, and I'm sure the way that I eat is probably different from Lucia. I think she eats a little bit cleaner than I do, although I know she gets in her, treats too. But it is what it is. So do whatever works for you. Just make sure that you are eating enough and that you are getting in enough of the macronutrients that your body needs. You do not have to starve to lose weight. So that's all I got for you. Talk to you guys later. Bye.